morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told out of Voice of Radio, so today we need to talk about some new cards from, well, I suppose it depends if you're Japanese or in the US, Europe, etc. If you're over in Japan, it's from Shiny Treasures EX. If you're in the US, Europe, etc., we're talking about Paldean Fates. But no matter where you are, we are talking about a couple of new supporter cards. And let's start off with Arven, because this is the first special illustration rare, the first special artwork rare that is going to be coming around in this set. And this is actually a very big deal, because we didn't know what to expect from special illustration rares. So the first one of the set tells us a bunch of information. And look, some people are going to look at this card and they're going to go, okay, cool, it's Arven. We know what Arven does. That's really not the point, all right? That's really not the point. There is another one I'm going to show you in a minute as well. But yeah, we know what Arven does. We'll talk about that in a minute. It's actually a really good card, as I'm sure many of you know. But as I've said, that's not the point. The point here is that the existence of Arven tells us a bunch that we need to know. Now, the first thing it would tell us here is the existence of special illustration rare supporter cards coming in this set. And I say would tell us because, of course, we kind of already knew they were coming because there was a press release. And in the press release, it told us various different things, but it did also tell us 8 special illustration rare cards featuring shiny Pokemon EX or supporter cards. Now, we've not seen any special illustration rare shiny Pokemon EX. They've not actually been shown off, but we have now seen 1 supporter card. Interestingly enough, there are only 3 illustration rare cards featuring shiny Pokemon. And I know we are getting the Mimikyu in the Elite Trainer box, but it is always worth pointing out that when they give us these numbers, they're always giving us the numbers in the set. They don't count promos, so it's actually at least 4, but 1's coming as a promo. Good. Good. So we know there are 8 of these special illustration rares mixed between shiny Pokemon and supporter cards. We know that a single one of them is Arven. After that, yeah, we don't know. We know that at least some of them are Pokemon. We know that much. And yeah. I will say the artwork here is really quite nice. There's a Pokeball like almost perfectly in the middle of the picture. And also, while we're talking about Arven, they are leaning really hard into this whole having a picnic thing. Like, we've got these special illustration rare of Arven that we had from Kantaro way back in the Scarlet and Violet base set. But then that actually also matched very, very nicely with the Mabastiff that was done by the lovely Okacheke in Scarlet and Violet. They clearly make a little bit of a pair. And now we've almost got like a third card to add to it. They are the, hey, we're having a nice little picnic cards. And then this is the, no, don't knock it over card. I really hope I didn't wake my son saying that. That was a bit loud and he's asleep right now. But my point is, I love that they're kind of going with this. This is kind of awesome. So, yeah, artwork-wise, big fan. The other thing we've learned before we look at Arven properly is that old characters are back on the table. And that's actually a really big thing. Because look, we know that there are new supporter cards in this set. We know that we've got Clive, and we know that we've got Paldean students. So when they told us there were going to be special illustration rare supporter cards, it was absolutely possible that what they were referring to was special illustration rare versions of new supporter cards only. That was absolutely possible that that's what they were talking about. Now that they've gone and shown us that it is in fact Arven, that tells us that everything is on the table. Essentially, because we know that Japan is going to have largely a reprint set, they always do with these special sets, we know that every supporter card that has been revealed so far in the Scarlet and Violet era, don't expect anything pre-Scarlet and Violet, that would be a bit silly, but any supporter card from the Scarlet and Violet era is essentially on the table here. Everything is up for grabs. And that's wonderful. And I am a huge fan of this, and I think that is frankly spiffing, to use a very British word. And look, I'm going to go there, Iono. Because one of the things that's very important to note, we saw the accessories that are being released alongside Shiny Treasures EX. They were shown off the other day in Japan. And generally speaking, these accessories match what we see in the set. So we've got sleeves and deck box, etc. for Dondozo and Tatsugiri. And oh, wouldn't you believe it, Dondozo and Tatsugiri are getting shiny cards in Shiny Treasures EX. I could keep doing this for all of the accessories that were revealed the other day. That would kind of be a waste of all of our time. So look, I've given you one example. Let's just move on. Except King Gambit, actually. King Gambit got sleeves, but we haven't seen a shiny yet. Expect there to be a shiny King Gambit. That is all but confirmed at this stage. And we know that we're getting Iono sleeves with the whole Shiny Treasures EX merch. But we also know, confirmed, that there is an Iono in the set. Iono is being reprinted in Shiny Treasures EX. That is 100% confirmed. It's been put on the website. You can see it's got SV4A as a set symbol in the bottom left-hand corner. And what's really interesting about this is that it doesn't tell us we're getting a new Iono. But my word, it hints that we're getting a new Iono, doesn't it? Are they really going to give us Iono sleeves with Shiny Treasures EX if the only Iono in the set is a regular art? And maybe they could. Now, as a side note, yes, I am fully aware the other day they released a bunch of sleeves, including Iono. Now, I didn't order the Iono sleeves, admittedly, but you know what I did order? The Larry sleeves and the Rika sleeves. Seriously, watch my videos when I show all this stuff off. I am always completely honest with you guys. I tell you which ones I'm going to buy, and then I always just buy the ones I tell you I'm going to buy, because I'm not lying to you. It's pretty important. So yeah, I ordered the Rika sleeves and I ordered the Larry sleeves. But the important point about this is that these accessories, these sleeves, were not tied to a set. This was a merch drop that was just, hey, bunch of Paldean trainers, go. And we shouldn't expect that it's going to match a particular set, because it was never intended to. It didn't release on the same day as a set, etc. That's not the point. But these new sleeves are releasing on the same day as Shiny Treasures EX. And they are clearly tying in with Shiny Treasures EX. So, look, I presented the information. You can make your own mind up. So going back to Arven then, obviously phenomenal card, lets you search your deck for a Pokemon tool and an item card. Very important to note that Pokemon tools are no longer item cards. So actually finding Pokemon tools just got a lot more important, and this is one good way to do so. As a side note, don't forget, we do also have a stadium in Obsidian Flames, which is really good for searching out tools as well. It's called Town Store, and it literally just lets you search a tool. But one of the coolest things about searching tools nowadays is that we do have Forest Seal Stone. And of course, Forest Seal Stone will let you search any card you like. So Arven gets you an item, and any card becomes way better. We do have both the aforementioned special illustration rare and a full art that came around in Scarlet and Violet. But you do have free versions of this Arven. You can choose between them. It is a very good card. The other one that got shown off was Judge. It actually got shown off last week, and I made a whole video about this Judge, and then a bunch of new information about the set came out and basically completely invalidated my video, and I had to bin the video. This happens way more than I'd like, but yeah, if I make a video and then new information comes out and completely invalidates the video, I'm not going to upload it for the sake of it, unless I'm like traveling and I've already set it to upload. I will bin a video if it's no longer relevant. It happens sometimes. It's a little bit sad. But we've got ourselves a lovely version of Judge. Now, this is a full art, not a special illustration rare. You can see that the rarity symbol next to the set number is SR rather than SAR. Special art rare, which is what they call special illustration rares over in Japan. But it's just a new version of Judge. We don't need a new version of Judge, to be clear, but we have a new version of Judge. One thing that makes me really happy here is that this is a full art of the Judge from Scarlet and Violet. Same character, same shirt, etc. This matches that really beautifully. And I like this Because we got a judge and a full art judge back in Fusion Strike, and it matches perfectly. We've got the same character, the same clothing, etc., and they match, and there's something about this that makes me really happy. But actually, the regular judge was in Fusion Strike. We didn't get the full art until Silver Tempest. We got it in a later set. And what's super weird is that we had another judge in Forbidden Light, and we got a full art of that one, but we didn't get the full art of that until Lost Thunder. So 3 judges in a row, we've had the regular artwork, and then in a later set, we've gone and been given the full art, but of the same character that matches it. I don't know what, it's just weird. There's no real significance to this. It doesn't really matter. It's just super weird that they've done it 3 times in a row where they give us a judge and then make us wait a few sets down the line and then go and give us a full art judge. And there's always different reasons. There's different reasons every time. And I kind of love this, honestly. It's really kind of cool. There are actually 2 other kinds of judges that didn't have full arts. The one from Breakthrough and the original one from Unleashed. As somebody who is just obsessed with the Heart Gold Soul Silver era, that is literally my favourite era of the Pokemon TCG. And honestly, with the nostalgia I have for it nowadays, I feel pretty confident it's never going to be upended. It's never going to be beaten. So this is always going to be the one I choose. I love me some Unleashed Judge. It makes me very happy. So yeah, that's what you need to know. We got a new judge, and it's honestly kind of cool. And it makes me very, very happy. And that's kind of everything you need to know. That's what we've been told. That's the news, so to speak. And that's rather lovely. So now it's over to you guys. Which supporter cards do you want to have as special illustration rares? Which ones are you predicting? Go nuts in the comment section, but be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and card games and Pokemon card games, all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, and all kinds of fun things. And get shoutouts on the channel, like the lovely Star of Dav, who's been a supporter of ours for a while now and is a very lovely person. So shout out to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.